Bling bling, Mr. McMahon is going to take a dump in the ring. Oh crap, wait, it's not 2024, it's 2002. We've got Mr. John Cena, the doctor of Thugonomics, and not Mr. McMahon, the doctor of Turdonomics. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling here for another retro SmackDown review. And SmackDown needs to up its game because every single week we're watching SmackDown, we're watching Raw, and you just feel that Raw isn't just the better show. But time and time again, it seems to be blowing SmackDown out of the park. I would say on average, now there has been some good SmackDowns, I'm not denying that, but I would say on average, we're probably rating Raw at least 2 to 3 ratings out of 10 higher than SmackDown.
Absolutely.
I'd say the average Raw, we're probably giving like a 7 or an 8, whereas I feel like the average SmackDown is probably more around like the 5-6 territory. It's just not great.
There's been a lot of 4s recently, but it is the last SmackDown of 2002, so that picture of Big Show that's been bothering me for the past year, seeing him when you go on to click on the network, he'll be gone. It'll be fresh faces at the end of 2003.
Good news is there'll be no more world title reigns for Big Show in 2003, but there will be a US title reign and maybe in a tag team one as well.
But he does pretty much kick off this show, so we can't get rid of him.
Yeah, it's just a Big Show leaving a big bad smell, so Steph comes out, says that Kurt Angle first Big Show. It was advertised at the start of the night before we came.
Taz and Cole hyped it up and went, "Oh, but don't worry, guys, we're not getting it."
It's like, oh, look at this match, but don't worry. I mean, I've never seen anything like this before where they hype up a match, but they know it's not happening.
This seems to be like a Big Show rib.
It's like, what? They hyped up the match, but they even said after hyping up, but don't worry, it's not going to happen.
It's like McMahon sending out Henry, and then he didn't send out his opponent to rib him. Remember that?
So Stephanie McMahon says it's not going to happen because Kurt Angle's injured. Something bad happened to Angle last week when SmackDown went off the air. On commentary, Cole and Taz said they were going to show us it later, so I'm expecting something really good, and it was kind of disappointing. Big Show comes out, not happy, and I'm not even joking. He repeats the whole, I'm 7'2", I'm 500 pounds. I am an angry giant. An angry giant pile of shite. See, when McMahon takes a turd on people's heads, do you think it's the size of Big Show?
Well, if it is, they'd probably drown.
That's true.
They'd probably die.
Yeah, the weight would just crush them, I guess. Anyway, Stephanie doesn't like the way Big Show's speaking to her. Says that if you keep
I don't like the way
this
he's
up,
speaking to us.
if you keep this up, you'll get suspended. But she gives him a chance to earn a shot because Paul Heyman doesn't decide who gets title shots around here. I do. I'm a McMahon, damn it. And yeah, back in the good old days when McMahon's actually did decide stuff in wrestling. But she says it's going to be Big Show tonight taking on Chris Benoit.
Who makes his way out to the ring.
Yeah, and if whoever wins this will face Angle at the Rumble. Big Show basically says that Benoit's a little man, so Benoit kicks him in the nuts and brings Big Show down to size.
You don't know what I'm capable of, Big Show.
Yeah, Benoit, every time he spoke here, it was just this weird... It was a weird voice. It was.
He's like, I think Benoit's facial expressions are fucking awful. See, apart from when he's in kill mode, and you know what mode I'm on about, when he's got the crossface in, that's when he looks $1,000,000. See this like goofy thing he does with Angle, where he like fake laughs and just looks people up and down. He looks like a fud.
Well, Raven said that Benoit is overrated as an in-ring performer, and Stone Cold agreed with him.
Well, there you go. I think they had the. I think he's.
They both said that he was too fast in the ring and he lacked a sort of selling psychology. He didn't really take in the moment. He always had this like one speed.
I think he's one-dimensional.
Especially like
I think Kurt Angle's got every speed.
Like when he's going to the finish of the match, they were saying how he just hits all his offense and he just doesn't really sell it. He just goes from like fast and. And I kind of agree with that.
Tell you what, Raven and Stone Cold must have got into it.
I mean, you know what I mean? German suplex, straight up to the top rope. He never really soaks in anything. He never really sells or gets the crowd involved.
He must have soaked in those empty beer cans that were in his sinking toilet.
Well, he probably did. Anyway, we're getting Big Show versus... I mean, look, I'm not going to bash Benoit's in-ring ability. I think the guy was
when
great.
There's Big Show in the ring with him.
Yeah, but to me, I do think Benoit... He as good as he was in the ring, I thought he was a little bit one-dimensional. And I know it's going to be a bit weird saying, how can such a technical wrestler be one-dimensional?
I just said that, so I mean, I agree.
I do think he was.
I think he was one dimensional.
He's a one-trick pony, but with a great trick.
Yeah, I think it's similar to Brett, but I just prefer Benoit's style to Brett. I would rather be fast than slow as fuck.
Yeah,
Brett was slow.
If we're going to argue that Benoit was maybe just a little bit too fast, then I think we can certainly argue that Brett was a little bit too slow.
Well, let's put the brakes on, because it's Bill DeMont against Crash. Put the brakes on, we're going to crash. Yeah, he beat him. That's it. That's about it.
Bill DeMont getting a great push here for the past couple of weeks. I don't know how much longer it's going to last, but yeah, he's burying everybody on SmackDown. Backstage, we have Dawn Marie and Al Wilson, a.k.a. Mr. Charismatic, according to Online World of Wrestling. Yeah, there's Al Wilson, not the greatest performer.
Yeah, he speaks like he's been there for months, man. You think he would have learned a thing or two, but he's got a big bottle of Viagra, so maybe he'll learn a thing or two later on tonight.
Is he the worst promo guy in wrestling right now?
In this era?
Aye.
I'd say so, yeah. I mean, Rikishi's raps are pretty bad, but I mean, I'd say this guy takes the cake.
Yeah, they ain't great. But yeah, Dawn gives them a camcorder for that's the wedding present, and she says that basically we can capture a honeymoon. So sex tape coming up. In the ring, it's Matt Hardy and Shannon Moore. Matt says that Brock Lesnar's a problem. He's been destroying SmackDown. Next week, Matt's going to destroy Brock Lesnar. But then he attacks Shannon Moore. Says he was proud of him, but obviously not. Beats him up. Shannon Moore upset that his best friends turned his back on him. Matt, I mean, he was already a heel, so I can't really say he's turned heel.
I'm going to assume these two must reunite, because it seems like a very short period they were together here.
Yeah, maybe Matt Hardy just, not happy that Shannon Moore lost to Brock Lesnar, but I imagine most people would lose to Brock Lesnar, so didn't quite get it. Tag team title match up next. Los Guerreros versus Edge and Billy Kidman. We got the spot in the match where Los Guerreros tried to leave, and the referee says if they lose by count out, they lose the belts. Not like we haven't heard this before.
Nope, never heard it before. Not like I've did it about 10 times on Raw in recent months and recent weeks.
But no, I don't get, right? They haven't even really started the whole lie, cheating and stealing. Surely they should need to win a few matches doing this first in order for this rule to come out.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen them actually lose by count out yet.
Yeah, what are they going to do when this comes in?
No, but we haven't actually seen them lose by count. Surely they should have surely the Guerreros should have intentionally lost a few matches now by count out and by DQ for this rule to be implemented.
No, absolutely, but here, this is where they're booking it. I don't agree with this. I mean, the Guerreros when A-Train comes down to the ring, hits Edge with a backbreaker, frog splash on Kidman, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
But does it not have a bigger effect if a couple weeks in a row the Guerreros just walk out and they take the count out loss?
No, absolutely it does.
And then like a month later, after a month of doing it, they're halfway up the ramp and the announcement gets made that if they get counted out, they'll lose the belts. And then you really do feel like it's a shocking announcement and that they're going to bust a gut now to get back in the ring. They're in a hard position. They've got a hard decision. But they basically just off the get-go, they announced this straight away. If you just get counted out, you lose the belts.
Yeah, it's a weird one for me. It is. But I mean, they win, Los Guerreros. But Edge and Kidman, I've seen these two guys team up recently a lot. It's just the same old faces and the same old feuds on SmackDown, man. And talking of the same old faces, we get the footage for last week. This dragged on for 15 minutes too long. I mean, honestly, just Brock Lesnar beating up...
This was my least favourite thing of the show.
Yep, just Brock Lesnar beating up Kurt Angle and Big Show and Heyman with no commentary.
It was like an 8-minute segment from last week where it was just Brock Lesnar attacking Angle, and like I say, no commentary. It had a wee timer which show you every time a minute had passed, and we thought something insane happened to Kurt Angle. Literally, it was like an F5 into the ring post, and then Brock chucked him into the barricade knee first. That was it. Nothing spectacular, nothing insane, not like he got ran over or he got through from 50 feet in the air. None of that shit. I mean, we've seen Brock Lesnar F5 people into fucking ring post before. I'm pretty sure in a couple of months we get Brock Lesnar F5 Zach Gowen's one and only leg into the ring post and the guy continues and carries on the match. So it makes Angle look like a fucking little bitch.
It does. And I just didn't like this. It sucked. It did. It's something that, like, why couldn't we have just seen this last week? It's almost like this is the Boxing Day edition. This is all. I mean, SmackDown's taped anyway. I think this was just alright. We've got to fill this show up with something. And the next thing felt like filler. Paul Heyman wheels out Angle. Angle's in the ring. He's in a cast. He's in braces. Puts over the NCAA, the gold medals. Then he whips out Team Angle, and it's like, yeah, I actually like Team Angle, but this segment again, just like the previous one of the previous week, it just go too long.
Yeah, I'm not digging this. I think the whole I think Kurt Angle last couple of weeks has been poor.
Yeah, Kurt Angle. I mean, we will have our 2002 posts and polls out about who's like wrestler of the year and feuds of the year and champion of the year.
It's been a fantastic year for Kurt Angle, there's no doubt about it, but he's not finishing it strong.
No, and I think when I go to ranking it, this could affect him. It could. It's like Undertaker's been injured the last few months, but Kurt Angle the last few months have been there and been shite. So
I'm not exactly being a fan of what Brock's doing. I'm not a fan of what Big Show's doing. I'm not a fan of Benoit.
Edge.
I'm not a fan of anybody in the SmackDown 6. For me, I mean, Matt Hardy and Cena are like the two guys I think that are carrying SmackDown at the moment. I think they're the two best things
and
about
probably
SmackDown.
Like the Dawn Marie stuff.
And the Dawn Marie and Al Wilson's always
I'm not going to pretend it's brilliant, but Kurt Angle,
Car Crush TV.
He shakes the hands of Haas and Benjamin. This is his new team, Team Angle, and then he's like, checkmate, Brock. So yeah.
Just because Paul Heyman whipped out two fucking 6 foot guys at 200 pounds, that means Brock Lesnar's screwed.
That means he's screwed.
As if Brock Lesnar isn't going to run through Team Angle. I mean, I don't quite get it. Up next, Rikishi taking on Bling Bing Buchanan, and Rikishi wins against Bling
Cena was
Bling
on commentary.
Buchanan.
It was really good.
Yeah, Cena cut a rap before the match. It wasn't one of his best.
But then he rapped on commentary. He's like, bling, bling, do the move, son.
No, for some reason, alright, I think they're debuting a new thing for Cena, and it's like, he doesn't talk normal. He just raps.
And rhymes.
When he talks, he raps, so he doesn't properly have a conversation. He just talks in rhymes. And I don't think they'll keep this up long term. I think this is maybe something to experiment with for a couple of weeks.
Obviously, we know it doesn't happen. It's not doing it 2024, is it?
Yeah, I think it's overkill though.
No, it is a wee bit overkill.
I think when he's just going to constantly rap every time he opens his mouth, it ruins the raps.
Yep, but I enjoyed this match. I think this feud tac's been pretty good. But anyway, Rikishi wins with the chain. B2 picks up the defeat.
Holy shit!
Like that, like the chain went. Good night. That was a skull smash in there, right? Up next, we've got Funaki interviewing Tori Wilson. So you, Tori, your father, dirty old perverted bastard. No.
That sounds like something more Nakamura would say.
Tori, I you know what? Funaki Nakamura is pretty similar. Like Funaki's like the face version, he's like the heel version. Al appears on screen. He's like, "You're invited to the wedding. We have strong father-daughter relationship. It runs on a 2-way street." It's a shame it's a 1-way street, Al. It's done. You can only go one way.
I'm surprised McMahon never tried to get some sort of threesome going on here.
Yeah. And then for Al Wilson to fucking shit on them both or something.
Backstage, we had Los Guerreros and John Cena.
Al Wilson actually said he hopes the child won't be a disgrace like Tori. He's going to have a baby with Dawn Marie. Big Al.
Guerreros and John Cena and B2 backstage. Los Guerreros made fun of Cena and B2. They said they had to work for everything they got.
This was actually good. They made fun of like Cena's Boston accent.
Yeah, Cena is not happy about this, and Los Guerreros tell him to calm down and basically, make fun of the guy and make fun of his rapping.
East Coast, West Coast.
And that was that. Josh Matthews and Chris Benoit, they have an interview.
Benoit, he must have took some sort of gear here.
He was off his tits. I don't know. It didn't make any sense. He was like giggling and laughing, and he was putting on a different accent. I don't even. Yeah. See, if you were only watching it, you'd think this was someone not called Chris Benoit.
Size doesn't matter to me.
I don't care if he's 7 foot tall. I'm 5'10".
I'm gonna kill my fucking family.
I got a crossface.
Daniel.
It was weird stuff for Benoit.
Hey Daniel, I killed you.
Backstage, it was Heyman and Big Show and Angle, and Kurt gave Big Show a pep talk saying that you're the man. You should be the guy challenging me. There's no way Benoit can beat you. And of course, Benoit beats him. So,
It's just cringe though that Angle wants to face Big Show, but you've been building up the previous months that like, oh, Brock Lesnar couldn't beat Big Show. He's this indestructible guy, and then as soon as Brock loses, Big Show's now the chicken shit.
Well, how long ago was Survivor Series? 6 weeks?
Yep, something like that.
I mean, come on. Look at what's happened to Big Show in the space of that time.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, look at like the last couple of months. He went for getting beat by Tommy Dreamer to fucking injuring like Brock and Taker, dominating, winning the belt to this. I mean, it just shows you how much booking does matter in wrestling. People can pretend that like stories and you need to have a good match. No, but it's the booking.
I know you're probably going to disagree, but I actually think it would have been better if they'd done this storyline with like A-Train. At least it would have been fresh.
Like this one here?
No, like Heyman turning on Brock. Or even like a Batista.
Yeah, well, no, except Batista, not A-Train.
Not A-Train, no.
No.
I just don't think it works.
Prince Harry Albert. Harry fucking Albert.
Aye, because Big Show, who was losing to fucking Jeff Hardy and getting battered by Tommy Dreamer's a much better option. Anyway, Benoit wins. That was that. After the match, Benjamin and Haas come out. They attack Benoit. Show goes after the air.
Benoit just gets battered like 6-on-1 here. Are we supposed to care?
Brock didn't come out and save him.
Just a very flat fucking ending, man.
Nobody came out to save him.
No, like, as flat as the earth, which isn't actually happening, so...
No.
You know, this show fucking sucked. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I thought it sucked.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it.
I think SmackDown, the main event scene's killing it.
I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. It really wasn't up to much
Everything
for me.
in the main event flopped.
Yeah, but
like Al Wilson with Viagra.
The problem is the main event kicked off the show, and then we had like a awkward bit in the middle where the main event took over, and then obviously the main event finished in the main event. So, yeah, main event for it's killing me. It wasn't a good show. I'm giving it a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10 too, guys. And that's it for SmackDown. I mean, I'd love to go through like the 40 odd episodes we've reviewed this year and do the average rating, but
nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for that, player. But anyway, 3 out of 10. Roll on to 2003 Royal Rumble season. Oh yeah, till then, peace.